What up, guys? So today I wanted to check out Arcana's Bond story. Now I was thinking that along with a bunch of the tier lists, I can do a Bond story tier list, especially for this year, but like I'm so behind, so I don't know if I'll be able to catch up for that. Dang it, maybe, I don't know. Inside Arcana's workshop, Arcana and I are holding it true to our previous agreement, in which I dictate to her detailed information of all my previous operations for her to record down. And all of these I'm just sleeping, bro. Or at least, that's what we were doing. Until about 20 minutes ago. Man, she's sleeping like a log. As I debate whether or not to wake her... Ow! Arcana suddenly bolts upright, banging her knee on the desk in the process. Whoops! Looks like I dozed off there. Anyways, let's continue. She's trying to act casual and play it off like nothing happened. Now, where did we leave off? But peeking from underneath strands of hair, her ears are burning red. Don't your knees hurt? Of course they do. Arcana rubs her knees, sniffling, and turns towards me. Did you have to point it out? Oh, sorry. It sounded like an explosion. How could I possibly ignore it? Was it that bad? Did you not get any sleep last night? No, I slept like usual. You're nearly done at any rate, aren't you? Let's wrap this up quick and get some rest. Sure, just a little bit more and done. Arcana jots down the final period and sets down the pen. Another impressive feat from you. It was an honor to record it. What, are you embarrassed? No? You ought to be more proud of yourself. Thanks. Haha, but does this mean that we're done until you're back from the surface? I guess so, since we're all up to date. Then why don't we have a meal to celebrate? Are you free this weekend? Sorry, but a mission came up last minute. I gotta be ready to head out early tomorrow. Oh. I suppose that's to be expected when you're the strongest and most fearsome commander around. Fearsome? What kind of a word is that to describe someone? In that case, are you free today? Let me see. I check my phone and see that it's a little past 9 at night. Yeah, I'm free. Then, could you stay with me tonight? Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant to hang out because I'm bored, that's all. Fine by me, but what did you want to do? I don't really have anything in mind. I just want to be with you. I see. Oh, right. Arcana pulls out her tarot deck and places it on the desk. How about we use these to help us decide? Tarot cards can do that? Sure, we'll draw a card and decide what to do based on its meaning. What do you think? Doesn't that seem fun? Isn't it terribly exciting? Seems interesting. Before we start, let me do an ordinary fortune reading for practice. Arcana flips over the top of the deck. The lovers? The card has an angel and two naked figures drawn on it. Get your mind out of the gutter. I wasn't thinking anything. Ahem. I'll do the second one. That's too bad. In situations like this, the lover card usually signifies a fateful or decisive moment. It is a positive card though, so I could interpret it as something along the lines of, go ahead and give it a try, it'll be fine. You said that the cards can be interpreted different ways each time, right? Yes, it can vary slightly depending on the situation as well as the reader's knowledge, mood, and perspective. Doesn't sound very precise to me. That's why it's just for fun. You shouldn't take this stuff too seriously. Odd hearing that from someone who runs a tarot shop. I prefer to think of it as ethical. Arcana shuffles the cards again while chuckling. This time, you pick a card. This time we're deciding for real. Okay. I flip over a card and place it on the desk. It's the moon. Arcana blinks as she gazes silently at the card. Arcana? Oh, sorry. I zoned out for a sec. If it's the moon... Arcana stops, seems to contemplate something for a moment, then stands up. Let's go. Where? To see the moon! Arcana and I step out of the library. Let me go get ready first. What do you mean? We're going to the surface, aren't we? I can't go up there like this. Why would we go to the surface? Didn't you say we were going to see the moon? I was talking about that. Arcana points upwards towards the dome of eternity, where there rests a perfect full moon. What luck to have a full moon tonight. That makes it all the better for moon gazing. You weren't talking about the surface? Of course not! Why would you go all the way up there to look at the moon? Besides, I've never been up to the surface before. Really? Really. If something bad happened to me up there, the Forbidden Library would be left without a manager. The farthest out I've ever ventured was that last time at the outpost. Arcana stretches. Well, I'm going to get my memory wiped. Would you like to wait at the cafe we went to before? We can decide later what we want to do next. You talk about a memory wipe like it's nothing. It's not like this is my first rodeo. And I've also got a certain someone who exudes a calming presence. Hehe, go ahead to the cafe. I'll be right there. I forgot about Arcana's thing about that, Jesus. After about 30 minutes, Arcana returns and meets me at the cafe. Hey there, cutie. You're my kind of guy. Why don't you give me your number? Sorry, you're early. Oh, the first one's funny. I'm doing that one. You do? Figures. How about ditching the girlfriend for a wife? I think I'd make a heck of a good wife. Hold on. Don't tell me you've got a girlfriend and a wife? I ordered lemon tea. Thanks. You're here early. It's like the boss said, the whole process has begun a very, dare I say, tactical. I also think I've got a better grasp on this memory stuff now. How so? How can I explain that? Before, everything up until the moment I went in would get wiped. So I would wake up thinking I need to head to work. Then, once I snapped out of my daze, my memory would be a blank state, and I'd be leaving Elysion headquarters. But now, only specific parts like certain information that I saw during get wiped. I heard that this is the way Phantom gets it done. That's what I heard as well. That wasn't done with me before, due to security reasons. But I guess they made some tactical upgrades. That's why I still remember you proposing to me and getting rejected earlier. When did I do that? I don't seem to recall that. Let's do the second one. Haha. Arcana laughs as she looks around. We are the only customers in the cafe. The dim lighting only makes it seem more quiet than ever. Oh yeah, the vibes here totally feel familiar. But there's way less people here than usual. This place is open 24 hours, but it's not a place where people usually come after work. Not many people come here at this hour unless it's someone like me. And who would that be? Someone who spends all day handling confidential information only they're privy to, then knocks off work and gets their memory wiped. Arcana rests her chin on both hands and sips her lemon tea. Anyway, did you decide what you want to do next? No? Huh? Huh? What? You go out with a cute girl like me without having any concrete plans? Since this is the first time, you get a pass, but don't let me catch you doing it again. It's not a great feeling, you know. Makes a girl feel like a guy isn't interested in her. But you told me that we'd decide later. To be honest, I don't really care what we do. It's more important about who you're with rather than what you're doing. Still though, I think I'd be a bit happier if you cared a little more. You're a thoughtful guy. I'm sure you're capable of it. I am? Sure you are. Think back to when we first met. It'd be crazy for you to go through all that to help someone that you knew, let alone a total stranger like me. You don't have to feel too pressured to steer the ship. But I do, a lot. Haha. Just like she did at the library, Arcana places the deck of tarot cards on the table. Well then, to take some of the pressure off, let's use the same method we did before to decide. I'll draw a card this time. Arcana flips over the top card. Oh, the devil? Arcana looks down with a smile at the card depicting a devil. That can't be good, can it? Not necessarily. I told you, tarot cards can be interpreted in all sorts of ways. It all depends on the reader's mood, knowledge, and even their own basis and preconceptions. You seem to be adding more and more things to this list. Look carefully. Below the horn devil figure, there is a naked man and woman bound by chains. See how the man is extending his hand out to the woman? Yeah. Is it that they've both been captured and the man is trying to save the woman? What are you talking about? The man is clearly blackmailing her for some money or some other valuable item. That doesn't seem particularly obvious to me. But it turns out the woman is the devil in disguise. She was trying to bring out the worst in the man and drag him to hell. But then, it's revealed that the man is actually a perfect creature, pure and kind, and unlike any other in the world. This thwarts the devil's dastardly plan, and the man and woman get married and live happily ever after. Sounds a bit far-fetched. Yeah, maybe. After all, no one in this world is perfect and pure and kind. Not just that. Then what? Do you mean the part where they live happily ever after? Actually, I've never really thought about it before. What exactly does happily ever after entail? Now hold on, I was just thinking out loud. That may have been my thought process before I met you, but not now, so don't give me that face. I'm not making that face. Besides, you said it yourself, that's not how you're thinking now. Yes, since I met you. What's wrong? Nothing, it's just so direct. You caught me off guard. Shh, that's not direct. You want to really see direct? Sure, I'd rather not, thanks. Dude, sure. Too bad, I don't want to. Boo. Arcana rests her chin in her hands and looks at me with a smile. So? Yes? What are we gonna do? Weren't we using these cards to decide? Oh, right! Does your head feel alright? Maybe we should head to the hospital. My head is fine. The doctor said that my brain is super healthy and pretty. What does it mean for a brain to be pretty? Not sure, but it's gotta be better than it being ugly. Arcana stares intensely at the devil card. Do you want to fall into hell together? Thanks, but I'll pass. Then let's live together, happily ever after. Why? You don't want to? Then come with me to hell. I wouldn't mind that either. Oh, I just remembered. They sell churros somewhere out front. Oh, hell yeah. They're made out of splendamin, but they're supposed to taste like the real thing, hence why they're so famous. Ah, they're gonna close in 30 minutes! This cafe allows you to bring outside food. I bet it'd be delicious. I'll go buy some. Thank you! What would I do without you? You don't have to overdo it with the sweet talk. I leave the cafe, leaving a silently beaming Arcana behind me. I return to the cafe, which is still empty. Hopefully they have caramel in that churro. Those are fire, bro. With churros in hand. Huh? Arcana is slumped over at the table, fast asleep. Arcana, wake up. I brought some churros. Second one, baby. Churros. Arcana comes to, but is still clearly groggy. Oh right. We still got to pick a card. What card? to decide, what to do next. I grab the cards, intending to draw from the bottom of the deck. Hey, what are you doing? Trying to draw a card? I was thinking of pulling one from the bottom this time. You can't do that! It's bad luck. What? Nothing. I flip over the top card of the deck. Strength? Let's go. Arcana tidies up and stands up from her chair. What are we doing? Going for a walk so we can gather some strength. As we head back towards the library. Arcana yawns incessantly. You seem pretty pooped. Yeah, a little. I don't physically need to sleep anymore, but old habits die hard. What was that about habits? I can't believe you're taking advantage of an innocent girl when she's tired and making her spill all her secrets. I see you're not to be underestimated. You've got what it takes to become a stellar guardian of secrets. What is it? I don't want to say. Tell me. I can't. It's only because I'm worried about you. Stop it. Actually, if you say the magic words, then I won't be able to refuse. Just tell me. Arcana looks at me quietly, then lets out a heaving sigh. Remember when I told you before that I've been sleeping like usual? Yeah? That means I haven't been sleeping like usual. What? I mean that I've been sleeping in a way that was normal for the old me. Back then I barely slept. 2 to 3 hours a week at most. I'd only sleep when I couldn't take being awake any longer. That would explain the mind switch. At any rate, I'm always tired, even if I do get a good night's sleep. At least, that's how it used to be. Despite that, it wasn't like I was wandering around feeling super tired back then. But these days, I'm like a zombie. Maybe because I'm becoming relaxed. Why did you used to be like that with sleep? Want to take a guess? Arcana stops walking and turns to face me. Pop quiz! Every night, the imperturbable, icy professional Arcana erased all memory of the time from when clocking in to clocking out. What do you think that means? I don't know. What does it mean? The answer is... In essence, I only had half the time available to me that other people do. I see. Time was a precious thing to me. I wasn't going to live long anyways, and my days were shorter than everyone else's. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I hated what I was doing. Okay. So I found a remedy to the situation. Since I would be a Nikke, any negative side effects from a lack of sleep would be of no significance to me. You see, this is why I wasn't going to tell you anything. You're quite the empath, aren't you? I suppose so, yes. Depends on the situation. I guess I'll do this first one. Then since you have such a kind heart, I'll lay it all bare. I'm sure you picked up on how I was speaking in the past tense, no? What do you think that means? I don't know, what? Was it... It means that you saved my life. You gave me back the other half of my life that I didn't have. I don't mean to be a wet blanket, but I don't really feel like I did anything. How pragmatic of you. Yes, I suppose you didn't do much besides provide emotional support. Most of this is thanks to the improvements the boss made to the memory wiping tech. And also to me hanging in for as long as I have. That's right. Yes, you could say that all you did was provide emotional support. That is, as long as you exclude how you risk your life for us to get where you are now. Which led you to meeting Phantom, and thus knowing me. How you are a kind and caring person without expecting anything in return. How you helped a strange girl who you've never met regain her memories nearly at the cost of your own life. But did you know? Having someone be there for me, to stay by my side, There's only one person in the whole wide world who could do that for me. Arcana clasps her trembling hands tightly and forces a smile. No matter how close I get to someone, they'll never be able to know everything about me. They only know half of me, at best, the version of me that lives outside the Forbidden Library. The only one who can know me, all of me, right now and for forever, is you. Arcana. We're here. We arrive at the front of the library. You said you were being deployed early tomorrow, right? Yeah, before lunchtime, most likely. I see. Arcana takes a step back. Thank you for walking me back. Be careful. I'll be rooting for you. Because you're a fan? Yeah, because I'm a fan. Arcana smiles brightly, then turns and walks inside the library. Next day, morning. I'm doing a final round of checks before heading out on my mission, when the door to the commander's room opens. Hello? Why are you looking at me like that? Aren't you glad to see me? It's not that. It's just that, after our goodbye last night, it's a bit strange seeing you the day after. I guess I did make it seem like everything had an air of finality to it last night. In that case, let's just say this is an epilogue, or a teaser for the next episode. Are you leaving now? Yeah, I was doing my final checks. Wow, hearing you say that makes you really seem like a commander. I am a real commander. Right, and a legendary one at that. Arcana averts her gaze and instead starts looking at my gear. When will you be back? Not sure. We often don't have set return dates. We're deployed for as long as the mission dictates. Right. You're really taking all this with you? Isn't it heavy? You get used to it. Are these combat rations? Do they taste good? They're edible. I'd like to try some at some point. Probably not. Arcana. Yes? You have something to tell me, don't you? I'm telling you things right now, aren't I? That's not what I mean. Can't we just chat for a little bit? I've always wanted to have small talk with someone. Even a day like yesterday, in someone else's eyes, they may have viewed it as a waste of time, but those were all things I have longed to do. For a long time, I've only had half the time available to me that others do. So I've longed to spend some time doing something frivolous instead of spending it like I'm being chased by something. And if I'm being a little greedy, then I'd hope I'm not alone. Instead, I'd be with someone I like. I don't think yesterday was meaningless. Really? That's a relief. Arcana gives my gear one last glance, then turns to face me. Anyway, you're really lucky. How's that? I told you yesterday. You're the only one for me. Isn't that every guy's dream? To be adored by a girl with a tragic backstory, but who nonetheless feels the pulse of life and lives it to the fullest. Even if you're a terrible person who holds a pizza box the wrong way, hogs a karaoke machine for 5 songs straight, or eats all the drumsticks and leaves only the wings, I can't help but love you. Really? No, not really. Arcana pulls out the Wheel of Fortune card that I've seen before, the one with a sticky note attached. That's because I decided my own fate. I chose all of this. Arcana puts the card in my inside pocket. I'm lending this to you. Make sure you return it. I will. And Arcana takes a small breath, then slowly approaches me, wrapping her arms around my waist. I'm sorry for leaving so suddenly yesterday. I needed some time to repair myself. I don't do well with impromptu situations. I understand. There's always a chance that you won't come back. Isn't that right? That's right. How can you say that so nonchalantly? Because this task is more important than my own life. Much like the job done by a certain someone that I know. Ha! I guess you're right. Arcana buries her face in my chest. Do you have to go? Should I stay? Yes, I need to go. We gotta do the second one, come on. Just come back safe. Okay. That card I gave you means a lot to me, so make sure to return it. I will. I'll be preparing the paperwork for our marriage, so you need to come back and sign it so I don't die a spinster. Isn't that a bit much? Aw, come on. Can't you do this one thing for me? It's super important. Okay, fine. Instead of that, Arcana hugs me a little tighter. Come back and tell me another story. One that I'll be proud to write down for you. Instead of answering with words, I stick my pinky out. That's supposed to be my move, you know? We can both use it. It's not like it's gonna wear out. Arcana gently hooks her finger with mine. And in a barely audible voice, she whispers, You promise? Dang! Dude, very funny. If you guys don't remember Arcana's, what was it? The event story, she came out swinging, trying to take the wife spot. Dang, dude. Surprisingly, even though some of these units are like kinda ass, what's like, I guess not event wise, like actual usability wise. I mean, Arcana has some usability if you want to do like Isabella shenanigans, right? I mean, that's her only real thing, but it's still kind of niche. Along with like Kay, I feel like Kay is a bit worse though. She kind of doesn't really have any use. What did I do the showcase? I think I said that she buffs Summer Annis decently, but like, come on, I don't know if there's usefulness in that, but at the very least, both of those event stories, particularly, were very interesting lore-wise and like story-wise. Especially Arcana's like whole story, how keeping the classified documents, and she has to get a mind wipe every day. Like, dude, that is horrific. Like, you don't really think about it, but dude, imagine losing your memories every day and somehow functioning normally. Like, dude, that is actually horrible. I'm very glad that they made it in a way so that it's not the worst for her. That was really, dude, like, I don't know. I don't think you guys can understand how horrible that is. Losing your memories daily like that. Oh my god, just the implications of that's crazy. Anyways, enough of that. Monster was pretty nice. I do like Arcanas. I definitely want to one of these days sit down and make like a script, because I want to give my thoughts on the whole character. I feel like they put a lot of work into the story and like the character beats, and I kind of want to do something cool to cover them, so maybe I'll sit down and do that when I have more time. So unfortunately, that is the caveat. I have to have a lot of time to sit down, because I actually want to, you know, go back, peep the event. It shouldn't be too hard because I record all the events, so at least I can just watch that. And let's see, Bond stories. The only thing though is, if it's someone like really old and not newish, then like I'm gonna have to scour to see if there's any other events where they show up, like even briefly, just to see if it was important. Like, hey, shows up. No, she doesn't really show up for the Resident Evil collab, but more like D. I think D's got some interesting characterization in the Resident Evil collab, which if I were gonna make something on D, I would definitely want to like look at that and be like, okay, is there any information I can get from this? You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm just rambling at this point. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about Arcana's Bond story. I'm probably gonna try to catch up on some stuff. Maybe I'll record something fun tomorrow. But anyways, I think that is it for me. So I will catch you guys later.